Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dawn, and today I am doing my final experiment with the clear pillow. And I'm just going to go through my colors really quick as I lay them down, and then I'll explain what I did to the pillow recipe or the no house paint pouring medium recipe. So my colors for this bloom are Golden's Quinacridone Nicolazo Gold, Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, This Little Piggy Aquamarine, Deep Turquoise, can't remember the brand, and Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet Cell Activator. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that fewer pigments make this work better. It makes your cell structure hold up better. And fewer paint colors actually looks better than a chaotic pile of colors. So what I did differently with the pouring medium is I reduced the amount of American Floetrol to the gloss gel medium. So the ratio is 1 part gel medium to 3 parts American Floetrol. I thinned it down with water. With this one, I don't think I thinned it down quite enough. I didn't get the movement I was looking for. But all in all, it still worked and it still dried okay. So I'm not unhappy with that. So this one, just cleaning up the edge, gonna pop this on the stand and start with another one. Now you can see that I thinned that pillow significantly. And the colors that I'm using in all 3 of these blooms on glass are the traditional house paint recipe bloom colors and pigments. And in this one, I am using TLP Athena. I believe that's Amsterdam Rose. Reflex Orange that I muted a little bit with some of that rose. And then a gold, custom gold mix. And then a pale rose, which is just the rose mixed with the titanium white. I'm using a light gold cell activator and using my blow dryer to blow this out. And then I will be doing a little bit of work with a palette knife just to give it some interest, pretty it up a little bit. Ultimately, this one is going to dry quite pale. There's not a lot of color in it, and it does thin out very well. You do get the vibrancy of color when you're using a thicker version of the pouring medium pillow. The colors tend to spin off more if you thin the pouring medium, like I did with this one. And so you get paler colors, less vibrancy. I also used quite pale colors. So you'll see in the next one, I'm using just about the same consistency, pouring medium for the pillow, and more vibrant colors. So you'll see how that comes out. You'll see how they're alike and how they're similar as far as the consistency of the pillow. So I'm just adding a little bit of extra pillow here so I don't have to smoosh up the edge too much. And then we'll give it a quick spin and move right on to the next one. All right. So I'm just going to let this kind of do its thing, give it a couple of tilts just to move the paint around, get rid of areas that I don't like. And so just to reiterate, I did use traditional bloom pouring medium paints over the no house paint pillow. Clean up the edge a little bit and we'll set this aside and we'll start right on the third one. And these are all glass trivets This one is a square one. It looks like I got that one pretty thin, but it's probably about the same consistency as the one I just did. And I'm going to use very few colors on this one, but the colors that I'm using are pretty strong. So I'm starting out with Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet. And then I'm using this little piggy tail feather. And then just the Amsterdam Rose. And then I'm going to use that light gold cell activator again. And blow it out with the blow dryer. And then I'll just do some quick palette knife work just to kind of clean it up a little bit, soften it, give it some structure. You'll see that in a second. So we're going to get that pillow out over the edge as well. And when you're working on glass, if you haven't done it before, I'll just remind you to make sure that you not only get your pillow to the edge of the glass, but you also wet over the edge of the glass. That will help that roll over smoothly. Otherwise, it'll just sort of stick there and the paint will kind of pile up against it. And then you'll have to move it after you've spun out the bloom. And that does kind of mess up the edge of your design a little bit. So if you just make sure to get that pillow out all the way around the top edge and the side of the glass, you'll get a much better finished look. See, I'm just rolling my finger around the edge to make sure that it's got paint on it, or rather pillow. And then I'm going to whip through this spinning process. I cut out quite a bit of it. This one I ended up having to spin and tilt quite a bit to kind of clean up that composition and make it look pretty. But we're in the home stretch here, and I have a still shot only of the first one, and then I have kind of a flyover of this one and the previous one. I had some issues with my computer and some of my videos got corrupted. Fortunately, these all survived. So that's the first one. And then this is the second one with the soft rosy colors. And then the third one's coming right up. And watch for the vibrancy. You do get that vibrancy even with a thin pillow. But it is going to dry very sheer, very, very transparent. And of course the pillow will be completely clear. So here we go. So these dried really well. They all dried very clear. I did get some melting of the cells, but I may have had too much base. This one, actually, aside from leaving too much paint on here where it cracked, this one actually came out quite well, and again, very clear. And this is using the no house paint pouring medium. This one came out the best. All of the bloom colors were mixed with traditional house paint recipe. So this is traditional bloom recipe colors and pigments over the untinted no house paint bloom pouring medium. So these did come out well, and it does work, and you can of course do some experimenting on your own, but this is the end of my experimenting with getting that clear base. And anything that I do want a fully clear base on, I will definitely be using the no house paint bloom recipe pouring medium for my pillow. So thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you soon.